Good morning. We are connecting from Kumbakonam. In Kumbakonam, many temples. It's a temple city. But one temple excels in everything in a different way. This is a VIJAYANAGARA era period, NAYAKA period temple called Ramasamy temple. Here we see the Ramasamy temple. It is called Ayodhya of South, and a simple imposing Gopuram which reminds you of a body, and we are entering. It goes to the lower level, and we have the Gopuram, and we enter the mandapa. We are not going into very interior, but what is interesting is the temple which is having a beautiful mandapa or Chitra mandapa, where each pillar has been converted into a beautiful sculpture and archery. We start with the Dwarapalaka here with very beautiful expressions, and then we go to the other side. The other side pictures Pattabhishekam of Rama and all the four warriors, and Krishna splitting the crane, one of the Leelas. And if you go this, the second Dwarapalaka, and it has got Shank and Chakra and Krishna Leela on top. See the details in the Shank and the facial expression. And then each is a three-dimensional thing. You see a Varaha here, and Hanuman or Sugriva Pattabhishek, and Sugrivan, Jambumali, and others are there. You go to next one from there. You have a beautiful celestial dancer, and when you go to the opposite side, you see Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, the other three bowing. Going to the next pillar, you see Hanuman and the Valivata here, bottom, where both of them fight, and with Urmulai on the next one. You go to the other side, you see Lakshmi and you see Hanuman, and there are celestial persons, and see the dress, the dress and other things is very clearly depicted as a separate layer, even though she doesn't wear any dress, but the bottom dress is very clear and apparent. Now, they have combined pillars, they have combined sculptures, they combined, and this one is interesting, they combined Jalaka window also. So instead of having a simple one, they have done a Jalaka. And see the other side of Jalaka. And finally a beautiful romance, Krishna and with the Gopika. See the amount of detailed hairdo and the dress and the way he is comfortably holding Krishna by the thing, and with a very interesting fat stomach, and one more Gopika following her. And this is ultimate in terms of depicting all these complexities in a pillar. In addition to this, this pillar also controls the load bearing thing. See the three extensions on the pillar which handles the extended load on the corner. Now, this is one end of the mandapa on the north side, and you see a celestial person. And this is how we came, three pillars covered in one shot. And now we are going to next set of pillars. So here we have, these are simple pillars with celestial one. The next big one is this. Huge. You see Rama and the sages, and you see all the sages along with Rama and others, and you see a lot of pictures are there. We need to sit and explore each and every panel. This is from the structural part, and there is Anjaneya in the front. You go there, this is a fantastic load-bearing thing where this width of the panel, the pillar goes up to the width, and then you have one cross beam and one straight beam. So instead of having a 2 or 3 slab size of a pillar width, now you have a 7 slab size of a pillar width. That is the beauty of Vijayanagara structures. Now you see this. On the other side, there is Hanuman and a scenery of a person in horse fighting with a person in elephant. When you go to this, you see in the next pillar, you see two fantastic things. One, Vishnu being carried by Garuda, and the next one is Vishnu giving support to the elephant, Gajendra Moksha. And this is on the front side, you have the Nayaka king and his consorts who made this happen. And on top, this is the Lakshmi Kalyana or Meenakshi Kalyana. Seems to be more of Lakshmi Kalyana. On the back side, you see Rama, Lakshmana, and two more persons. Here you see a beautiful Rama standing in full length, ready to shoot the arrow. And this is the Ukra form of Vishnu with Ashtabhuja, so with 8 hands. Now we go to the standard Kodimaram, and on top there is a lot of ornamentation. Then we go to the next pillar. This pillar is beautifully depicting Krishna with one more Gopika having a pleasant time. On top there is a Gopika dance and Vishnu standing with the Garuda. In the bottom, you see Vishnu with the consorts. This is Rama, and this is also the Rama. The top is an interesting portion. Here, he is sleeping on the Anantasayana pose, whereas all the others are praying. But even while sleeping, the interesting portion which we have not depicted anywhere else is that Padma. Normally he stays in a Padma. But even while sleeping, his footrest is a Padma. This Something unique the Nayakas have done. Now, next one is a normal damsel and with moginis. On other side, we have beautiful Krishna playing the flute and with a lot of other related stuff. We see a grand undial covering the next sculpture. This is another fine sculpture with the three damsels. The front ones, see the ornamental things from the top, the shoulder part and the veena part and the hip, 3 or 4 levels of this one, the beautiful skirt. And if you see on the bottom, the Patiala gathering is not an innovation of 2010. It is there from 15th, 12th century itself. This kind of gathering dress I have not seen anywhere else in any other sculptures. Here also see the gathering, Patiala type of a gathering on the bottom, and beautiful lines and fantastic. See, the breasts are half covered and how they have conveyed it in a beautiful 3 lines, and the headdress and other things are fantastically depicted. Coming to this, the other mandapa things are little relatively expanded at a later point of time. And here we are again coming to one more beautiful celestial body, where half covered, and the dress, the headgear, the face, everything is beautiful. And the same here on 3 sides. Now, we are coming to a very, very aggressive stance where Rama, it is not Rama, I am sorry, this is Radhi and Manmada combination. What we see here is Manmada ready to fire. On the opposite pillar, when we walk through, we will be seeing the Radhi in beautiful pose. And here we come to the last pillar on the right hand side, and we have a warrior and dancer combination, and fantastic 2 Dwarapalakas and the sanctum. Sanctum is closed now, and we see the matching elephant fight and a horse fight, and there is a lion fight where the lion is almost eating his head. Now, coming to the next one, you see this one. Can you now guess? This is in Kidi or parrot, and it is Radhi driving in parrot. On the opposite side is a Mannada. And as you go, you see some fine articles, beautifully depicted. And this is a matched pair of celestials. This is Gopi Krishna. And we come to the outer side. The southern side of the mandapa seems to be decorated well, and by the time it went into northern, people went into a dull stage and not record. You see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. 8 rows of pillars and 8 into 8. So 64, approximately 64 pillars. All of them are not pillars, they are sculptural panels by their own style. Now we are going to the next panel. Here you see the same motive, horse fight, and then lion fight, and then individual fights, and it's in sharp motive. The same story here, and there is a love story here on this. See how he is handling 2 people, and the same story there, and it's a gymnastics. And here there is a interesting scene of Nayaka, where Lakshmana or Bharatha keeps Ashwamedha Yaga on God, and Lava Kusha take this, and then they show the protest. Now, going to the second row of pillars. Here, you see, on the other side of the Radhi pillar, you see a magnificent woman with no top, but you see the headdress and the way the hair is tied up to the bottom, and the dress, only the bottom dress and the shoe. And similarly, another pose. Sorry, the lighting is very, very variable. Now we see the next pillar, which is again very ornamental. A lady playing veena. And on the front, there is one more lady, celestial lady, and the third side also one more. Three things. Here the interesting thing is again the Patiala gathering. And this one, heavy amount of parrots on the top, and Garida. Now we come to the popular pillar, Hanuman. Hanuman having a stick, and it's a different depiction, and it is in regular worship. On this side we have Rama ready to shoot the arrow. And Lakshmana and Rama here. And there it's Lakshmana, Rama and Sita, and some more depictions, but due to light it is not very clear. Here you have an interesting scenery on wedding of this one. So Agalya, this is moksham of Agalya. How will you find it up? So there is a rock, and from rock there is a lady coming up, and this is Agalya, and this is Vishwamitra taking Rama and Lakshmana for training, and at the time they give release for the Agalya. Coming to the next pillar, it is just a yali kind of a thing, and a rider on top. On this side also yali and elephant, yali killing an elephant and riding on top. The final one, you have the frontal pillar, where a group of men are fighting along with the horse. On the horse, there is a spearman who is killing the other guys, and it's very, very detailedly done. And there are dancers on the bottom, various type of dancers. Here, these two seems to be destroyed and reconstructed at a later point of time. You can see by the height and differential structures. And these two pillars are not of that class like how we have been seeing so far. Because this mandapa, the height extension has been creating an issue, and then they have a lot of buttress happening here, and one more pillar there as a buttress. You can see that grey color pillar. Now coming to the third row of this one. So again we see the standard heighting motif. What is interesting here is we have seen many Trivikramas, but there is no space. But in one pillar, entire pillar is dedicated to Trivikrama is something great. Here this is in three parts. On top there is a jumbo one, and then there is Brahma and Shiva on top in celestial one, and Brahma is doing puja to the raised leg, and it has got Vishnu has got Ashtapuja, and Mahabali is there, and Vamana is there, and then he is doing donation, and finally, what the others they don't depict, and what Vijayanagara has depicted is this part, which is missing in many of the early Chola and Pallava things. The third step normally is shown in ground. Here, what it is shown is already in this scenario, the Mahabali is already depressed. He has gone under, and he has depressed. Only his hands are being seen. This is a depiction which we have not also seen anywhere else. Now we are going into the construction. See this early construction and the kind of issues it is facing. Now we have got some beautiful sharp pictures, and this picture shows Rama and Lakshmana going in boat. And here we have Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, and there are two interesting combination. Two people in a same pillar. Normally this is not done. This is something different. We need to explore. Sita and Rama and celestial being. And this may be Chatruguna or any of the king, because the Katha he has got in the top is different. Normally nobody is associated. We need to explore. He may be a king. Here we have Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. On the bottom is Sugrivan, Angadan and Jambumali. Here we are coming to the end of the second row. We have two beautiful damsels and ascetic getting attracted by them. And again, you remember one corner pillar on the other side where Krishna and Gopikas were there, where the entire pillar was sculptured and becomes very slender in the middle. And this is the opposite end, where they have the Rishi, probably Visamitra and Lakshmana. On the other side, this is incomplete. One side pillar to be done. On the other side, we have Rama with bow and arrow. See the border, they have the two sides of the border, they have beautifully placed to depict the bow and arrow. So with the available space, with integrity. Now we are coming to the final series, and before that you can see a peek at the Gopuram. And here we see Hanuman, and one more Hanuman or Angadan, and here it is Jambumali, Jambavan. And next pillar shows Rama or Vishnu, and this is probably, yes, it might be Vibhishana. I missed that. This is Vibhishana. Vibhishana with the Gata. Interestingly, we have Kurma Avadara is also being depicted here. Will be matching avatars will be there. Here, this Marisa getting pierced by multiple arrows. And now, here, when Lakshmana is injured, we need to bring the Kraunja hill, and instead of searching for the help, Hanuman takes the entire hill and comes here as a Sanjay Parvata. And see, you have an interesting snake and a owl also inside this, monkeys, very minutely depicted. And here we have a Gopika structure and a celestial dancer. And the final one, Rama Pattabhisheka. And the Garuda. And this one, if you see this now, you can realize that this is Vibhishana. So, a veritable, you don't need to go to any museum. You don't need to go to any museum to see so many sculptures. You come to Ramasamy temple, and then in the front mandapa itself, you can cover the entire iconography of Vishnu, Ramayana, and other things. So, hope this was an interesting view into iconography of Vishnu and sculptures. Subscribe to Babu for Heritage YouTube channel and like and share if you like this, to share it to others. And there are a lot of many temple coverage videos with very good detailed commentary like this. So see you till we cover into the next temple. Bye.